about to get into live. Be sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask Blue Jay, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in. And right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Fabo!
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Gary P, the DJ of Bootcamp Radio. You're tuned in right now to Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. Let's go.
Happy Thursday. We're gonna start off. We're gonna turn it up a little bit. Let's turn it up, y'all. Grab your cup. I have a great show for you tonight. Let's get into it. Wherever you are, I hope you're warm, or cold if you're somewhere hot. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Grab the drink. Let's go. If you all are liking this song like how I am, that's Mega by Not Them. So make sure y'all go put it on your playlist, okay? Let's get it. Now that's me. That's me. Get in my vibe. Feel my vibe. Get in my vibe. Feel my vibe. Y'all know I gotta start off and turn it up a little bit. Welcome back to another episode of the Blueprint Live, y'all. It's your girl MzMetchi checking in. I don't know about you, but it has been a hell of a week. Really, really excited about tonight's show. Okay, so make sure, like I said, grab your cup. Let's get into it. If you are a business owner or you're an artist, creative, or you have an initiative and you want to advertise with me, make sure that you visit the bpmediacode.com for more information. I have commercial slots available, and I have an announcement coming up that will definitely be beneficial for those that are looking for marketing and promotions. Okay, the announcement that I have, y'all, is so great, and I really, really can't wait to share. So make sure y'all get into it, okay? If you were liking what I opened the show up to today, that's Mega by Not Them. Now, y'all know they have my favorite song, okay? They have a couple of my favorite songs, and that is definitely one of them. So you can stream that on any platform, and make sure you go like their page, Not Them. Y'all know we are full supporters over here at the Blueprint Live, okay? If you are joining in, make sure that you drop those businesses in the comments. Remember, I'm here to promote you, okay? So somebody needs what you have to offer, so make sure that you go and you drop your business or whatever you got going on into the comments, okay? And of course, before I go any further, I have to thank my amazing sponsors. So shout out to Tax Strategy, okay? It's tax season, y'all. I need you to get your tax situation together, okay? And besides taxes, they also provide financial planning and everything that you need as an individual, a business owner. If you've got things going on financially, Tax Strategy is where it's at. So make sure you get in tune. Fiya Infusions, okay? You all know they have their premium pre-rolls that are out. So make sure that you go follow them and subscribe for their upcoming products that they're going to be releasing. Y'all, they got edibles, they got all types of stuff, okay? If that's your vibe, I need you to go ahead and head over to Fiya Infusions. And of course, last but not least, Black Dollar Days. The next Black Dollar Days is coming up in March. You probably missed the one for this month, but it's still not too late for you to go and register your business at theblackdollardays.com. Okay, go and check them out. Go see what's up. Tonight's topic, we are talking about double standards and family expansion. Okay, I know that sounds very loaded, right? But they've been going in on my girl Kiki Wyatt for her having 15, 11 kids. Okay. What we're not going to do is do that. So we're going to have a detailed conversation about some of the double standards that we see as far as men and women that have large families. Okay. Like, because we know that there's some double standards that's there. But tonight I'm really, really excited. I have my first special guest of the night that is back in the virtual lounge. Okay. And really, really excited to talk to him. And I'm gonna bring him on. Are you ready? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, hold on. Let me bring him in right now. Now, okay, for those that don't know, and if you have not been following me all week, okay, I have the lyrical assassin in the building. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring him on. Hold on. Hey,
All right.
hey,
Hey, hey, hey, hey, hey,
what's
what's going
going on?
on?
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Happy what is that? Tipsy Thursday? No.
Look, turn up Thursdays,
Turn up
tantalizing
Thursday.
Thursdays, all of that.
Let's talk Thursdays, everything.
It's everything. First off, I have been really, really excited to talk to you this week. We somehow we got connected,
Yes.
and first off, you are very dynamic, and the fact that you wanted to come on the show, I am honestly honored.
Yes, definitely. We're going to give a huge shout out to Gary P, the DJ, for that situation. Huge shout
That's
out
my
to my brother, man.
brother.
That's my bro guy right there, and also huge shout out to my other brother, Dawes Lotto, man, fellow hip
Yeah.
hop artist. They're my
Yes.
brothers right there. They told me a lot about you, how dope you were. Um,
I didn't even know
and
that.
yeah, it was crazy. How I ended up wanting to connect with you was I did a interview with Jerry, and
Okay.
and he was like, "Yo, it's this other person you need to connect with," and I was like,
Okay.
"What?" He was like, "She with Blueprint Media." I said, "Well, what's her name?" He's like, "I just got through interviewing her." I said, "What's her name?" You
Yeah,
know,
right. Tell me who it is.
because he be getting excited sometimes, man, because he's one of those guys that he knows real recognize real, and he
That's
tried to
right.
put people together that's real.
That's right.
And when he told me your name, I was like, I think I heard about her, but let me not attitudinize. Let's
Okay.
do some homework.
Right. Like let me go and check and
Let me
see who
see
this
something. And then
is.
I was like, oh yeah, that's superstar right there. Hold on.
Oh, not
I get
superstar.
I gotta tap in one time. I definitely gotta tap in, you know.
Yes. And funny thing, Gary is my mentor. He
Oh
is
wow.
he actually took me under his wing when I was with my radio Chicago. That was actually where I got my start, where my show was the Blueprint Radio. And I love him, and he's always connecting people. And I mean, it was funny because that's actually what I like to do. I'm just like, look, let me connect the people to causes and artists and entrepreneurs and businesses that they need to know. And
Definitely.
so for you, I know that today we're going to be talking about your single that you have out, Watch Out For Me. I've listened to it. Okay. We're going to give them a teaser tonight, if that's
Okay,
okay with
okay.
you.
That's
Um,
perfectly fine.
but what I like to talk about with my guests when they come on is their journey of getting to where they are. And you what I really, really found that was profound in my research of you was the fact that it's just like you have an art and a knack for storytelling, right?
Yes.
And can you just kind of share with them, because I didn't want to put it all on blast, but
Now I feel you.
share with my listeners how you were doing it before you branched into music.
Okay, so before I tapped into the music industry, a lot of people known me as a comedian. I was a comedian for the past 11 years, 10, 11 years.
Oh my God.
It'll be 11 years this year, in
Okay.
August.
Congratulations. Wait a minute. We're not just
Thank you.
gonna scam over there. Wait a minute. Okay, let's do it.
So, so when I started with comedy back in
Mhm.
2011, I took it for the style that I liked it the most was storytelling. I
Okay.
liked it taking because normally with comedy, comedians get up there and they take their pain and they display it in front of an audience.
That's right.
Sometimes we talk about things that's so relatable that people themselves that's listening, they don't want to talk about it or they have nobody else to talk to about it.
Okay.
So from there, you have a comedian that goes up there and talks about it in a joking way.
Yeah.
It makes everybody feel better.
Very much
Everybody
lighter,
laughs
I'm
at it.
sure. Everybody feels lighter when they go to a comedy show.
Definitely. So, with 10 years doing in comedy, I did things like throw my own shows,
Okay.
hosting, coordinating to the point where I actually was teaching comedy. So
Okay.
it was a lot of rookie comedians that came up to me for advice, and instead of saying, the obvious, man, just hit stage time, just hit stage time. I
Right.
actually sat down and talked with these comics and
Okay.
told them, hey, if you really want to do this,
That's
you
right.
want to try to be a professional as fast as possible and just work clean, just a
That's right.
detailed synopsis on comedian 101, not
Yeah.
comedian 101 in Chicago, but comedian,
That means
so
all over. Okay. You can go.
exactly all over
Yeah.
because from and I also traveled with comedy, so I had the pleasure
Mhm.
of tapping into different cultures of comedy. Every
Okay.
state has a different style of music, comedy, and whatever. So it's all about tapping into that culture and seeing what you can take from it.
Okay.
So therefore you're always prepared.
Yeah.
Then after doing all that in comedy, I felt like I mastered the art of comedy to the point where I can teach it if
That's
I
right.
want to. So
Yeah.
with me having different trades, I am a jack of all trades. I am a renaissance man. But
Okay.
it's like, what can you master? Right. So I mastered that. So now it's like, what else can I master?
Yeah.
And then I believe because people be saying things like, with music, you either have it or you're not. You're born with it. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people has the skill set to do whatever they want to do. It's
That's right.
just how serious you're going to take it. And
Right.
I've been unconsciously rapping without even taking it seriously ever since I
Yeah.
was 17. But I never like
Okay.
looked into it like that until
Yeah.
last year, because I only been rapping for a year, but I've gone so far. So I didn't got to the point where I'm about to get ready to start touring and everything.
That's
Um,
amazing. Yeah, I was
that's the
looking at that. I was like, wait a
yeah.
minute. I was like, I'm like, this is a new single. He's just coming out.
Yeah, I dropped that single last year, and I'm at the point where I'm not thinking, but going to release another single later on, this year.
When is the
And
album coming? I gotta ask all the juicy questions.
definitely,
When
definitely,
is the album coming?
I'm thinking about next year for album mode because right now I'm still developing as an artist, learning the tricks and trade, learning the business side of it.
Okay.
Because recording music is fun and it's easy,
Yeah.
but learning the business, getting everything registered, it costs a hell of a lot of money.
It's not
So
cheap, I'm sure.
yeah, you can't just. I mean, you can drop music,
Yeah.
but if you're dropping music and you're not marketing it, then
Yeah.
you just that's just a failed mission. And
Yeah.
my catalog is not too bad. I got about 70 songs recorded and ready, but it's
Okay.
all about marketing it and dropping it. Because I could drop all the songs, but they ain't gonna go nowhere. Nobody ain't gonna listen to it because you
People
got to
forget
market that
that
stuff.
aspect of it though. They really do. They think like, okay, I'm just gonna put the music out and then I'm gonna be a superstar. And I'm like, you might be able to hit it big on TikTok or do something similar to that, but that I specialize as far as in the marketing and promotions. And I'm like,
Right.
there's a way and a strategy that you have to have before you just put yourself out there,
You
right?
got you got to have a strategy. You got to have a team. So I got to the point where I was good enough to where an independent record label signed me on. Huge shout out to Music Raw Records CEO Ebony Archer.
They're dope. They're
Shout out,
dope. Like
yeah,
the
shout out to
business
my manager.
aspect, all of
Yeah,
that.
shout out to my manager Fernando Charles is currently watching. I know you're watching, boss. I see you.
We see
Um,
you.
but you got to have a team because with
Okay.
comedy, that was the last thing I needed was a team because for
Okay.
10 years I did all that stuff by myself and I only
Yeah.
gotten so far. So now I'm getting a team involved in making marketing so much easier. So therefore, all I have to do is focus on the funny, focus
Okay.
on the music. So you got to get a team. You can't do it by yourself. It's so hard.
You have to have people. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I did a lot of things myself initially starting out. And then it was like, as you know, as you grow and as you're evolving, you have to have that assistance from your team. And so, yes,
Yes,
shout out to them. Music Evolved.
yes,
They're pretty dope.
yes, definitely. They took me in, they took a chance on me, and so far things has been pretty good. So
Okay.
I'm happy about that. Pat myself on the back
Yes.
because
Yes.
I'm new to the game, and I come from a comedy base, so I got to work. I think like almost quadruple as hard as the
Yeah.
regular person who just rapping, and that's
Right.
okay. I love the work. All gas, no
Yeah.
brakes.
And what one thing that I found I was really interested. I mean, naturally, because you're from the Chicagoland area,
Yes,
so
I'm from Roseland.
yes, shout out to Roseland. We
Shout out to
we have
Roseland.
some Roselands in the house.
We got some
We have them in the
look,
house. But
somebody they over here like this. Roseland, hold on.
right, they like shh, be quiet. But look, when I listen to your song, I definitely noticed automatically that it had a different feel from I feel like a lot of the artists that come from out in our area, because I have listeners from all over, but
Right.
specifically, rappers that come out of here, like you are really a lyricist, right?
Yes.
And
Lyrics a storyteller, yep.
so how, for you, when you made that decision of, hey, I want to go into music, how important was it for you to kind of separate yourself from maybe a lot of the things that we hear out in mainstream anyway?
Definitely important. First thing I thought about was before I started rapping, I said when people look at Chicago rappers, they
Mhm.
think drill trap. That's it.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had a lyricist since Common, you know.
Mhm.
You can kind of say Chance the Rapper is a lyricist. You got Lupe Fiasco, he's a lyricist. But
Are we
we
considering Kanye too? Are we Kanye?
Kanye, Kanye, Kanye is like he's more of rapper than lyricist. Like
Okay.
the way he construct things is more like he's a rapper,
Okay.
not really a lyricist. But
Okay.
but his visuals and how he thinks is pretty off the chain.
Okay.
Uh, but it's a double edged sword. It's debatable,
Okay.
but we don't talk about these people. All we talk about is the Chief Keefs of the world, the Lil Durks of the world, the Lil Bibbies of the
G
world.
Herbo, all of
G
that.
Herbo, all those guys. So I told myself, since my storytelling style and comedy is there, why
Hmm.
don't I bring it to rap? Because it was an easy, simple switch, and
Right.
therefore I knew that was going to separate me because we don't have too many lyricists in Chicago that
We
people don't
don't.
talk. Well, lyrical superstars that we don't talk about. So
Yeah, and
I told my
also people with substance, like they have something to talk about besides like, oh, we gonna shake our ass and we got
yeah,
hoes and we
because
shooting people,
Because a lot
like
of people's like, man, so you gonna talk about, money, robbing dudes, selling dope, how many females you had sex with, and all that. I said, I don't talk about none of that in my raps.
okay,
None of that.
okay.
I talk
That's
about, yeah,
refreshing.
yeah, I talk about my life and whatnot. Now, don't get me wrong, I could do those things, but
Mhm.
does it make sense? I only make music that makes sense for my
That's right.
brand.
That's right.
So now if it's a featured song and I just happen to hop on that joint, that's a different
We
story.
gonna
But
get
as far
whatever at that point, right?
right, and right, y'all gonna get the no chill, right?
Okay.
But when it comes to my own music, it gotta make sense. It gotta stick to my brand for marketing purposes, because I'm trying to build my brand up first. Because
That's
once
right.
I establish that brand, everything else is gonna fall into place. Everything else is gonna be easier, but that brand is important.
I believe that. I believe that. And like I said, I don't want to keep everybody waiting. Is it okay now? Do I have permission to play your song on my
Yeah,
show?
yeah, no, go
Okay.
ahead, play the song.
Look,
No, no,
we gotta ask because they'll be flagging, and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you said that I could play
I
it.
mean, it's fully registered. So if you get copyright strike, that means it worked.
Yes, I will keep you posted and let you know. I'll be like, hey, they sent the message, okay?
Yeah,
But
no, I got you.
so for those that are tuning in, we are about to get into the lyrical assassins. Watch out for me. So this is featuring the Ebonizer.
Yes, this is I'll go ahead and announce it. You could just press play or whatnot.
Okay,
Uh
go ahead. Let them know. Let
Gotcha.
them know.
What's going on, Chicago, and everybody listening worldwide? This your boy, the Lyrical Assassin from Chi-Town, and this is Watch Out for Me featuring the Ebonizer. This music is talking about my life, how I grew up in Rosen. People doubted me as an artist, but at the end of the day, the grind never stops, and you got to do what you got to do. This record is streaming on 200 different platforms, from Apple Music, Spotify, TikTok, you name it. Go ahead and run that track.
All right, we about to run it. Let's go. I like the beat.
Appreciate you.
Coming out the gate, head first swing. Super focused like a porno kid playing. Separated from local clowns who try to doubt me. Move out the way, you know when it's coming. Life was crazy. You think I'm joking? Nah, man. Stop debating. Lifted and broken, no fake. I used to write my pain on the vision board. Stepped in the booth.
Look, it's a performance.
From the honey, the regret happens in gang class and the bigger land. So put up the business.
It's available everywhere, y'all. Get it on your playlist.
I'm gonna win this fight. Ain't nobody's bringing me down. You know I was born up with. That's why you
watching me.
I'm telling everybody this all week. Watch out for me.
Oh yeah, this is an inspirational song.
The grind is harder than ever. We never stop. No, I put my pen to the pad. Told me I'm crazy. Who are you? Look, I am a monster. I am a monster. That task for all of my
You was on fire in the studio.
What you expect from me?
Told you to look out for me. That is our mini mother. No apology. I gotta give it the sniffle.
I'm hungry and I'm ready for the main course. No disrespect. Matter of fact, it just stays left. I'm all about my business. Keep your team in check. My love, my soul provide. Receive a life. Stay down, lay down. Respect the game. Stay the hustle.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah.
I'm gonna win this fight. Ain't nobody's bringing me down. You know I was born up with. That's why you watch me.
Yeah.
You better watch out.
Now look, I'm gonna get them a sneak peek because they gotta go listen to the rest. You gotta go and follow it out. Go get those platforms. I don't care. I personally prefer Spotify. But look, where do they need to go so that you can get the most streams and get the coin? Okay, where are we directing them to?
You can take them to the title, title YouTube.
You know, it was so funny. I saw recently that they released for all of the platforms where you could do like music and all of that stuff. Tidal was the one that had it where you get more bang for your buck when you stream it through there, right?
Yes, it's Tidal. I think if I want to say the top three, is Tidal, Apple Music, and I want to say it's a tab between YouTube and Spotify, and then Pandora is like dead last.
They suck though.
Yeah, they do.
But you didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that from me. But okay, so we just listened to your single "Watch Out for Me." Okay, so this is this was your introduction, right?
This is my introduction as an artist. Yes.
So okay, tell me a little bit about that project and the collaboration. Like what you got? Walk me through how it all went about.
Sure.
I know.
I was gonna say before a YouTube video, but I'm gonna go ahead. I can go ahead and summarize it. So basically, first of all, shout out to the producer of the beat, Nelly Pro Tools, man, Nelly P, all the way from Boston, Massachusetts. Man, he smacked that beat, man.
Yeah, I agree.
What was it? When I was creating the song, and for the Ebonizer, who was not only the feature on the track, she's also the CEO of Music Vault Records. So yeah, she's my boss and the feature. So
look, so
yeah,
through.
Yeah.
CEO, okay, so you better.
Huge shout out to her. It's crazy because that beat is actually custom, so it belongs to me. At first, we had a beat. I recorded my vocals because that song got like 15 rough drafts. I'm telling you, like this is my first
really?
it got a lot of rough drafts. So people be thinking like, Yo, one take. No, I got 15 drafts to
Okay.
that song.
Okay.
And I remember she came up with the hook,
Okay.
and I was like, "That's a dope hook." Okay,
It's
so
powerful, right? Like,
it's real powerful.
yeah.
Because at first I was gonna go gritty with it, and she
Okay.
was like, "You don't have to go gritty. Just be inspirational. Just talk your stuff." And I was
Right.
like, "Okay,
I felt it. I felt it when I
yeah,
listened to it.
yeah." She was like, "Just talk your stuff. You don't got to be gritty. You don't got to be grimy. Just
Right.
talk your stuff."
Right.
So I said, "Okay." And I remember I recorded two 12-bar verses, and
Okay.
she was like, "No, they got to be 16s. They got to be
Okay.
16. You got to go
She
hard."
like, go there. You better take it
Yeah,
there.
yeah, she pushed me because I'm like, man, 16, I never did a 16-bar verse before. So I'm like, oh, how am I gonna write to this? And I wrote all that music. I wrote that. That's and I'm like, okay. So
Yeah.
then we listened to it. She was like, you need to do 3 16 verses. You got to make a statement. And I'm like,
Yeah. And look, and you were going
three?
in. It's like you didn't even like you said, you did not have to go gritty with that because it was like just what you were saying as far as the lyrics. It
Yeah,
definitely hit home. I'm just like this. I'm like, y'all better watch out for me. Period.
yeah, like for real. So she was like, you need to do 3 16-bar verses. And
Okay.
she was like, now go write my stuff. And I went to go write it. I came back and she was like, that's it.
That's it.
That's it right there. After, like I said, 15, 16 drafts, because I'm at the process of still finding my flow, how I use words and punchlines and
Okay.
music theory, reading bars and stuff. Like I'm very technical with it. Like
Okay.
so basically I'm taking all my skills in comedy and I'm putting it to music. The
Okay.
technical parts of it.
That's right.
Knowing what word to say next, when to put that in,
Right.
take stuff out. Artist development, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
even our superstars, as perfect as they still practice and they still got mentors. Hell,
Oh, yeah.
they got ghostwriters. I'm not even at the point where I have a ghostwriter yet. So I'm
Right.
writing all my music. But
That's amazing though. And I would
yeah,
imagine that it feels good because it's like you know that you have literally put your all into that project.
exactly. So if I do mess up, it's all on me. So
That's right.
I take that burden. But so far so good. And
I
I'm
know. I'm
just very
excited for
hard.
more. I'm excited
Yeah.
for more music to
Oh,
come, you know?
it's gonna be more. Lately, I've been doing a lot of like cover songs and stuff like that, or little snippets of possible songs that's going to drop. But
Okay.
I'm definitely dropping about probably 3 more singles this year, and then
Okay.
next year is going to be like EP and album mode. So it's a method to my madness. So
Yeah.
once it drops and such like that, it's gonna come out of nowhere, and people are going to be surprised. But it's going to be very good music, all
Yeah.
custom beats. Because you don't want to use nobody beats because you got to go through all that copyright and all that other stuff. So spend the extra money to get
Right.
your
Get
beats
your
custom,
own.
get your own
You know?
beats. There's a lot of artists out here that's using other people's beats, and you can't make money off that because you're gonna get sued later. You blow up, they're coming after you. So let me
Yeah.
go ahead and spend that extra whatever it is
That's right.
to get that beat customized. That-
I am excited, and I want to know. I know the second single hasn't been released, but look,
yes,
when you come on the show, you got to give us a little exclusive, okay?
yes,
What
definitely.
can we look forward to with the second single that's coming out?
So the second single is called Rookie of the Year. And basically I'm claiming that title this year. If I get a higher title, so be it. But
That's
I'm
right.
definitely want to be new artist of the year, new rookie of the year.
Okay.
And the song, the feeling of it is basically telling people like, hey man, follow me on this journey.
That's
I'm
right.
the new, I'm the new kid in town. Um, and it's pretty decent. Matter of fact, I can if you don't mind, I could freestyle a little bit of it. I could freestyle a
Okay,
little bit of the
give
verse.
us a little bit of a sneak peek.
I
Let's
guess
go.
so. The first verse go a little bit something like this. It's the hook is yeah, got started, confidence, no fear. Dismiss marks, light a match, no fear. I'm
Okay.
asleep when I die, now switch gears. Everybody headbang to the rookie of the year. So the verse
Pew, pew, pew,
goes,
pew.
I know, right? So that's the hook. The first verse is new wave underdog feet stomping. Pay for play weak as hell crowd surfing. Yeah, I'ma talk my shit while they mean mugging. Broke laws DJ, yo, turn my mic up. You know what got me at all? They still laughing. They say I'm not even ready. They think I'm still capping. I got no time for my haters. I always my love is still cracking. I give my art to the streets. I know I give it back. If you want to get to know me, dap it up. I put my faith in the corner, don't mess this up. I spit these bars, true still snatch it up. Head bang, fuck fame, nigga. What's up? And when I hit the stage, stand up. Truth is, pop your drinks, light it up. No false flag, you lose. Beginner's luck. All my niggas head bang, underground buck. And that's that piece.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So okay, now you and I already talked. So you gonna come back when you release the second?
Yes.
Session, correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure at this.
Oh no, definitely. Yeah, they got to hear that one. And the beat on that one is so hard. Now that one I go a little gritty, just a little
but we
bit.
Okay with the grit. We need a little grit and grime in our life from time to time. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Well, but yeah, so that song, yeah, it's gonna be called Rick of the Year.
Okay.
Hopefully I want to drop. Hopefully it gets dropped like the beginning of the second quarter, probably mid second quarter. So
okay,
once everything is set and ready, everybody would definitely get to know. But to get to know what I'm doing next and everything, y'all gotta follow me on all social media networks.
Because you got a tour coming up, so they need to know how they can get tickets and do all of that stuff.
Definitely.
So let them know where they can find you. I've got everything at the bottom for those that like to read. And I put your link tree on there because I feel like that you had everything on there that you're supposed to have as an artist. And for all
definitely.
Do. So, but yeah, let them know how they can follow you.
Yes, you can. Like Demetrius said, you can follow me. Type in www.linktree.com/lyrical assassin. For the people that can't spell lyrical assassin, is LYRICALASSASSIN.
Because they can't spell, so you
right. It's funny that assassin is asked twice at IN. Who created this stuff?
I don't know. That they're like, how can we make words? How can we make
right? Like I know that was terrible if spelling bees when you was a kid. Spell assassin. Nope, I'm not doing it.
I'm good. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and forfeit.
I'm a forfeit.
Well, look, I have definitely enjoyed our conversation. And first off, let me just say I am so proud of you, and I'm so grateful that you came on the show. Like you are, a legend when it comes to being, a comedian. I love the fact that you are showing other people the ropes because we don't get a lot of that, especially within our community as far as reaching back. So, I'm so happy that you're doing that, and just, for all the things that you've got coming up, it's gonna be dope.
Definitely. And that's all it is. Reach one, teach one. That's how I grew up. So if anybody, want to talk about anything, I'm very open, especially I'm very active on Facebook, Instagram.
His IG be popping, y'all. So make sure y'all go.
Man, I be on there. IG _lyrical assassin. Facebook, you type in my name, Jeff Baylock, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
And I'm very active on them platforms. I'm trying to get active on Twitter because they got this thing called the Twitter Space.
No, Twitter is hard though. It makes me upset sometimes.
It's hard, but right now since the market crash, it's a good time to tap in just a little bit before it gets back, because it's gonna get back up. Somebody's gonna buy Twitter. I don't know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Zuckerberg or Bezos. It's gonna be one of those guys. Probably Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg need to go sit down somewhere. He look like he have digital eyes. I love him to death though, but he,
I love him to death.
He look
too.
a little Pixar-ish to me, but we can keep that moving. But no, I just want to thank you for joining me, and much continued success to you and everything that you're doing. Like I said, you better come to me with the exclusive. I want the single first.
Oh, I got you. It's actually tell you the truth, is almost done. Just need to get it mixed and mastered. So it's pretty much done.
Send it to me.
I got
you. Send it to me. Well, no, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great night. Look, it's cold out here in Shoutout, honey. So
yes, it is. Definitely. I'm here for one more week. So what was that? About 2 more weeks, and then I'm off to Texas.
Oh, I'm scared of you. Okay, look, bring back some hot weather when you come back. Okay.
I know. I'm just gonna throw it out of there.
Send it
definitely.
Over. But no, have a good night. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
No problem. Thank you so much. Huge honor. Thank you.
No problem. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Y'all make sure y'all go and follow the Lyrical Assassin, okay? His music is streaming everywhere. Did y'all hear him say early in the show that he was on over 200 different platforms? Okay, these artists, these other artists, they could never, honey. They could never. Look, I'm gonna take a quick break, and when I come back, I got my girl Siobhan in the building, and we're talking about the St. Patrick's Day pop-up. Lavish Looks is gonna be in the building, y'all. Is lit. I'm gonna keep his information up just in case if you missed the interview. If you missed it, first off, shame on you. That's number one. But number two, make sure that you go and follow. And he said go follow him on Tidal, okay? Because we want to get our independent artists the spins, okay? And also make sure that you follow Music Evolved Records, okay? That is his label, and they are pretty dope too. Definitely a group that you want to get in tune with. So, all right, I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with Miss Siobhan. Bye.
Tax season is among us. Make sure that you get with the pros at Tax Strategy to help you limit your tax liability and help you get back the maximum refund that you and your family deserve. Visit www.yourtaxstrategy.info for more information on setting up an appointment and getting the ball rolling on your taxes this year. Let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in. Reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle-dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop.
All right, y'all, I'm back. So super excited about my next guest. So before I bring her on, let me tell you this, okay? Siobhan, or Exquisite Vonnie, honey, okay? For those that know, if you know, you know, okay? This is one of my friends. I've known her since way back in the day, baby. We flipped all of the burgers together. We did all of that, and she is a phenomenal businesswoman. She was actually on one of the first episodes that I had of the Blueprint Radio when I was still with my Radio Chicago. So I'm really, really excited that in year 3, you know, she's back. She has another, venture. If you all remember when she came on the show, she was doing like her fitness, and now she has a whole new thing going on, and she's got a bomb ass event coming up next month, March 13th. Okay. So it's it's local. We're going to get all the details, but Siobhan, if you ready, girl, give me a thumbs up. Okay, let me bring her in real quick. Let's get this changed out here. Hey, girl.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem, material girl. How have you been? Like, what is going on?
Good. I've been great. You know, just getting all this food out in preparation for our upcoming event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? First off, I'm really excited about the event. Lavish Looks is gonna be one of the vendors at the pop-up event. But before we give them the details for that, okay, you know, I have a lot of people that have been tuning in with me for a while. So, okay, I what I need you to do, when you came on the show before, we had Exquisite Fitness, right?
Yeah.
So now you have Exquisite Soulz Catering. What has been going on these last couple of years, girl? Give us an update.
Honestly, switching over to the food is more so, I guess, me going with what I grew up in. So daily around the household, it was nothing but cooking.
Okay.
So I literally grew up around nothing but cooking. So it's literally the best thing that I am good at. So I had to circle on back and bring it out, and everyone is seeming to love it. So yeah, I got to push forward.
Because, ma'am, I'm gonna need some of them jerk chicken rolls. Period.
I got you.
Like I need the chicken rolls.
I got you on the jerk chicken rolls, jerk chicken wraps, whatever you need.
Yeah. Oh, girl. And the thing about it is like the food, everything, it looks so delicious. And I'm just like, Siobhan be over there cooking her butt off.
Oh yeah. We got the I do like light finger food snacks, the jerk chicken rolls, the jerk chicken wraps, digging straight into the soul food dinners. We got roast string beans, baked macaroni, yams, pretty much whatever you need. It's a wide menu.
So look, tonight we are promoting the Exquisite Soulz St. Patrick's Day pop-up bash. Like, tell me how it all came together, girl. Like, I mean, because when you told me about it, I'm like, hell yeah, we gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna be a part of it. But like, what inspired the pop-up and bringing everybody together?
The biggest thing is just making everything bigger and better. How can I make myself bigger and better? But then at the same time, how can I bring up those other entrepreneurs that are just like myself? And I know that there are many different companies that are in the area that with the right spotlight, those small companies can become big companies. Absolutely. So other than just uplifting myself, I want to uplift everyone around me as well.
That's right. And I'm really looking forward to it. Like, can you give us a little bit of a sneak peek of what are some of the type of vendors that'll be there? Like, what can people look forward to when they come out and shop next month?
Well, first and foremost, you will be there, Miss Lavish Looks.
Yes. With the shades and accessories.
Yes, we need those. I will be there, of course, with the food. And then we have Avon is coming in with the different makeup and skincare. We also have SLAE with the handmade accessories, Black Beauty Mesmerizer. She has really cute handmade bears. And then also make some very nice scrubs, different body scrubs.
Okay.
And also she has candles. So she makes the really nice candles that look like desserts, drinks, fish bowls.
I love me a candle now. I love me a good candle. And look, I'm gonna get into this comment real quick. So the lyrical assassin, my guest that just left, he said, "Oh, I definitely need to grab a plate."
Yes, most definitely. Send me an email. I'll pull up on you.
So look, let me ask, because my ass be hungry and stuff. So what you cooking that day? Like, I mean, what's on the menu?
Well, for sure, I am going to be doing my dinners. They always fly, especially at pop-ups. I'm going to do the pot roast dinner that has string beans, carrots, and potatoes in there. And then alongside it is going to have baked macaroni and yams and cornbread for the dinners. And then I also have some, light but soulful hand foods. If you want to, want something lighter and to walk around. I have the jerk chicken wraps, loaded potato bowls with either steak or chicken. You can add shrimp. You can add the different meats together.
Okay. So you said I got to prepay for my plate basically for that day because I don't want it to sell out, while I'm selling my sunglasses and accessories, right? Like I got to get in tune.
I'll get some put up for you.
Absolutely.
I'll put you some up because it will fly.
Girl, and I'm so excited. Like one of the things that I really love with pop-ups is that you get to meet so many different people and you get to connect with other businesses that you might not have been able to connect with beyond the pop-up, right?
Absolutely. That's one of the main things that I love about the pop-ups because there's so many things out there and different unique things that you can't find in the store. You just can't. It's not there.
No.
So yeah, pop-ups are definitely a good find for those.
So are you saying this is going to be one of the first of many, or?
Oh yeah, of course. You already know. Yeah.
Look, we're gonna have to collab on something. We're gonna have to do something.
Absolutely.
For sure. For sure. Now, besides the pop-up, what are some other things that we can look forward to from Exquisite Soulz?
Well, to add on to that, it is a little bit about the pop-up because I'm introducing it at the pop-up. But so my rolls, the deep fried egg rolls, I do jerk chicken and Italian beef egg rolls. Introducing those prepackaged and frozen, ready to sell, so everyone can have that freshness within their homes and exactly when they're ready.
Okay.
So
that's amazing, girl. True. I mean, because sometimes it's like how you'll get something to eat and you just like, I'm not quite ready to eat it yet, but I have it now already. Yeah.
And who wants to heat it up again in the oven for that good crisp again? And then also jerk ranch. I will be selling my jerk ranch beginning the day of the pop-up as well. So I'm going to be packaging those because you have to have the jerk ranch with the jerk rolls. It's just not right without it.
I've never ever had that in my life, ever. Like,
I made it.
girl, you better come through. Look, you okay? For those that's listening, okay, this is Exquisite Soulz exclusive, okay? I'm excited. I'm over here. First off, I had a long day, so I'm like, I did not get a chance to eat the way I really wanted to. So you just got my stomach over here like, we need the jerk ranch. We need the jerk ranch. So now look, Siobhan, are you still doing the fitness stuff though?
You know what? I did press pause on the fitness.
Okay.
But that is not to say that I won't bring it back in the future because I have been, pondering how to fit it into my schedule now with the Exquisite Soulz literally taking over everything. Because it's consumed a lot.
Because if they haven't been to your classes, Siobhan, a girl, when I tell you, I went home. First off, we was real sexy. We were real sexy in our class, but I went home the next day, and when I got up, girl, you know how like your little hamstrings and all that stuff. I'm like, that was a real workout.
Absolutely, you got to get it right.
Get it right and get it tight. I just, it's really good to have you back. I was telling them before I brought you on, Siobhan, that you were one of my first guests that actually came on the show. Like you took a chance on me and you came on my show, and I just,
love you.
I love you. Like I love you. When I tell y'all, look, I was telling them, I'm like, look, we used to slang burgers. We did all of that.
Literally.
Look, yes. Literally. Look at us now, though, right? Look at us now.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you, girl.
Thank you. So with the so everyone can be looking out for virtual classes in the future for Exquisite Fitness. She will be returning.
It's just on pause, baby. It ain't stopped. It ain't stopped. Okay. But look, before you leave me tonight, just real quick, give everybody a recap, and let them know how they can either become a vendor, because you're still looking for vendors, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, give them some details so that we can get in touch for vending opportunities and so that they can come out and shop.
All right, so St. Patrick's Day pop-up bash will be held on March 13th at 14401 South Stewart in Riverdale from 12 to 5. We have a lot of great vendors, but are still looking for more vendors for lingerie, men's clothing, women's clothing, kids' clothing, handbags, maybe hats and belts, MUA, realtors. So, and you guys can reach me at booking at Exquisite, EXQUISITE.
Yes.
So
that's a tricky one. That's a tricky one.
So the email is booking at exquisitesouls.com. If you would like to place an order, visit the same email. You can also check me out on Instagram at Exquisite Soulz and on Facebook at Exquisite Soulz LLC.
Girl, first off, I can't wait to eat. Like, I'm over here, like, I'm more excited about the food than selling my glasses. I'm like, the food.
Look, me too. I need to bring back the glasses just so I can lose all the weight I'm gaining sitting over here eating it.
Girl, but you looking good. You looking good. Okay, I see you. I see you. But look, Siobhan, I'm thankful that you took a few moments out of your day to, just come on the show and promote it. I'll definitely, the weeks leading up to it, like, I like to make me a little quick commercial and stuff like that for it. So we definitely want the people to come out. So, for those that are listening in, if you are in the South Suburban Illinois area, Riverdale is where it's all going down on March 13th. Okay. So make sure y'all come out to the St. Patrick's Day pop-up bash. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it. I'll see you all there.
Yes, I'll see you there, sis. Well, look, I love you. Sending you hearts.
I love
and you put my jerk wrap to the side, and then I'll Venmo, Cash App, Zelle you, PayPal, whatever's your preference.
Absolutely, I got you.
All right, sis. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye. Y'all, make sure that you go and check out. That's my girl. Okay, that's Siobhan from Exquisite Soulz. The pop-up bash is happening March 13th. Okay, so if you follow me on all platforms, you'll definitely see all of the details. But make sure that you go and drop a like and support Exquisite Soulz. Okay, on Facebook as well as Instagram, and also visit their website. Okay. Y'all, the show, it's just been on fire. Like I love when my guests come on and they just got so many things going on. let's go ahead and get into tonight's hate it and love it. You already know what time it is.
All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Okay, so my hate it and love it. So, it's been a really, really exciting time. First off, the first thing I have to do is shout out the three companies. I put a call out to Black-owned businesses to be featured at my place of work. You all know I'm on the management team for a pretty prominent high rise in the downtown Chicagoland area. And there were three ladies that absolutely answered the call for this Black History Month to be featured at my building. So shout out to Pouty Girls, The Rosebud Collections, and Lit Intentions. Okay. These ladies understood the assignment and they showed up and they showed out. Pouty Girls came through and she had some beautifully packaged body mousses for my tenants. So we featured her early in the month. And then just this week on Wednesday, we featured The Rosebud Collections and Lit Intentions, which they are two Black women-owned candle companies. Okay, so The Rosebud is they hail from Detroit, Michigan, and then we have Lit Intentions that is also local from the South Suburban Illinois area. And first off, my tenants were enthralled with everything that they had. Like, they went crazy. Literally, they went crazy. Like, it's the body mousses, they were like, can I have more than one? The candles, they were just like, I can't get enough. I literally had like three of the tenants that I told them, I said, look, things are pretty slow. You guys can come back in about 45 minutes and grab another candle if I still have some available. These people came and they had large bags. They were just like, we can get more than one. I'm just like, yeah, I wasn't expecting them to take like 5 of them, but the candles were the bomb. I actually have a couple here. My Lit Intentions ones were downstairs because they were just previously in use. But this one by The Rosebud Collection is called Good Ass Day. Okay, the name. I'm gonna smell it. Delightful. And then I also have Cocoa Butter Kisses. Okay, this is from the Rosebud Collection, and I enjoyed both. Lit Intentions had this one called Noir Teakwood. Oh baby, it smelled like a man. Like, it's nothing like, okay, ladies, let's go there for a second. You get that candle and it smelled like a good ass smelling man, just like a manly man. Like, get over here, let me snuggle with you, let me put my nose in your neck because you smell so good. That was what that candle was smelling like for me. So definitely have my house lit up, and it certainly lit up everybody's lives that picked up a candle yesterday, and we kept them moisturized with the body mousse from Pouty Girl. So that's my first love it for the week. Let's get into the hated it's though. Okay, so I actually have two hated it's, but then I'm gonna end it with a love it. So I'm doing good. My first hated it is gonna have to be, you all know that my mission as far as with the Blueprint Media Company and everything that I do is to showcase entrepreneurs, different businesses, artists, and creatives. That is my mission, right? But I need people to know that every time they talk to me, I need you to not be trying to sell me something. I need you to not be trying to sell me something. Stop trying to sell me something. Like, most of the time when people reach out or they express interest in something, they express interest to you, right? Like, they're just like, you know what? No, like I'm interested in what you're putting out. I'd like to learn more, right? It's not something that's a forced interaction. You're not like, oh, like, oh, I wonder about this. I wonder what they're going to do. No, it's not like that. If someone is genuinely interested, they will reach out to you or they will tell you that they are interested in what you have to offer. I say all of this to say, I've got this one person that I've known them for quite some time, and I'm not trying to be messy or anything like that. You all know I'm not that type of person. However, it's like every time they're in my inbox, it's never like a, hey, how you doing? What's going on with you? And, MzMetchi had a rough couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a lot of things going on, but it's just like they are constantly trying to sell me something or trying to get me to buy something. I am all for supporting everybody, but it's just like, if I am interested, I will ask you. I don't need you to hop in my inbox and be trying to sell me something every time. Like, I'm okay with, I have artist friends and people that I know, whatever, that they'll send me music and like, hey, can you listen to this? Okay, that's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like music, you're getting something from it. If you listen to the music, you're gonna feel something. It's a yay or a nay for me, But I'm like, can you not be trying to sell me on stuff? Like, I'm good on that. I'm absolutely good on that. So let's make it a habit to not try to sell somebody something every time you're talking to them. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. That's the first hate. The second one is that I hate seeing people in the workplace talking in a condescending manner to their associates or to others. Okay. It was definitely something that I saw a lot of this week and even experienced it personally. I was just like, oh my gosh, again, we're doing that. Let's not do that, okay? That's the second hated it. Now, my other love it, y'all won't judge me, and I'm prepared for it. Let me take a sip, because I'm prepared for y'all. I have been watching probably one of the most ratchet shows that I think I've ever watched in my entire time of watching reality television. And it wasn't even on television. This was on YouTube, and it's called The Baddies Resort. I'm a part of this group on Facebook that they cover a lot of the shows that come on Zeus Network. I love Zeus Network. It's a Black-owned company. They feature, our stories, for us, by us, all of that. Okay. So they were talking about this show, and I'm just like, you know what? I like to blow time at work. I'll play something in the background while I'm working with my, my tenants or taking care of an assignment. And I hopped on YouTube and turned it on. Y'all, I was looking at this like, what is this haberdashery that's going on YouTube right now? First off, it's like 5 or 6 girls. They hail from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And they decided to start a show, The Baddies Resort, similar to, it gives the likeness of the Bad Girls Club. They even use the heart and all types of shit. I think it's a lot of copyright and infringement things going on, but that's none of my business. They definitely got a like for me. So I'm watching it, and y'all, it is just the level of ratchetness that exists is absolutely ridiculous. And it was so bad that I just couldn't keep my eyes off of it, right? Like, I was just like, I can't keep my eyes off this. It's a problem. So if you are on YouTube, I would suggest, if you're looking for a good laugh and looking for some good hearty entertainment, make sure that you go and check them out. The show is from a group called the Proyal Productions. I thought that it was super funny, and I definitely had to share that with you guys. So I'm gonna take a quick little break, and then when I come back, I've got, ooh, honey, the nerve, because it's the nerve for me.
Tax season is among us. Make sure that you get with the pros at Tax Strategy to help you limit your tax liability and help you get back the maximum refund that you and your family deserve. Visit www.yourtaxstrategy.info for more information on setting up an appointment and getting the ball rolling on your taxes this year. Let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you.
I told y'all it was tax time. It was tax time. Make sure that you go check out my sponsor, Tax Strategy. Go and follow them if you're looking for a tax preparer or if you're looking for some financial planning assistance. Okay. On tonight's The Nerve. So I know that you all have been keeping up with the story. We talked about it a little bit. I even talked about it with my good friend, Renita from Be Your Own Kind. Shout out to my partner. Y'all, Tasha K. Why has she been in the news so much lately? Like, to the fact that it's concerning to me. She basically said, as far as with that lawsuit that she just had for Cardi B, where she owes about $4 million to Cardi B for, some things that she said that was absolutely untrue. And, the judge found her as guilty. She basically said she ain't got it. Yeah. After the verdict came out, she was talking, so much crap, so much about the case and all of that stuff that, you would think, like, if you talking big and bad like that, like, baby, you got it. you got it, girl, you got it, you know. And unfortunately she did not. And she put that out in the public today. And I'm just like, you know, the nerve. I'm like, you have literally been talking so much crap and saying so many horrendous things. And then you ain't even got the paper to back it up. You can't talk like that and do it. Kim said, because she messy as hell. Agreed. Kim said she probably don't have it for real, for real. Girl, she don't. Okay? Let me take a sip. It's a little bit too much for me. It's a little bit too much. You cannot, and I mean, and it's not just her. This situation, I think, is similar to what we see a lot of times where people talk all big and bad and, oh, that's nothing. Da, 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 da. And you doing all that talking and cannot even keep up with your own obligations. Girl, get on somewhere. Like, no shade. My whole thing is what she does. Like, I respect any Black queen that's out here doing her stuff. She's still a queen. She's still a queen. Okay. However, you got to conduct yourself right. Like, even I know, like, you know, my whole thing is like, yeah, I'll talk about stories and bring you all different news or whatever the case is. But I'm not just about to go and be like, yeah, you know, this person, da, 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 and they got gonorrhea. Like, you cannot say those things that are unfounded. We have a responsibility as people that's being in media, people that share the news, people that, you know, you are in a place where you are sharing information that could be valuable or invaluable to the public. We have a certain responsibility to make sure that we are reporting things that are factual and that we are not taking our opinions or he said, she said, and putting that out into the atmosphere. We have to make sure that that is something that is not taking place. So shame on her, girl. And the nerve of you to be talking all of that smack and you ain't even got the paper to back it up. Okay. Let me see. Lady Fluent, shout out to FluentRadio, all my other partners. Yes, she's in the building. She said they're going to put her ass in the county lockup for talking shit. Okay, that and then some. Like, girl, just be quiet. Sometimes we have to, in life, you have to learn how to accept your L's in silence. Everything does not involve a response, right? We're going to do a lot of things, but we're not going to do that, okay? So that was tonight's The Nerve, okay? I don't know. I just read it. I was just like, girl. And then she was going back and forth with DJ Academics, and he, you know, he is his own person. But moving along, okay? It's a little bit too much for me. I cannot.
Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Okay, tonight's What Would You Do? I don't know if you all have, you know, ever been through this or know somebody that's kind of gone through it, but let me take my sip before I read this, because the first line is gonna be like, y'all gonna be blown away. So let me just take my sip. All right, let's get into it. Let me get my microphone over here and get adjusted. All right. He's never said I love you, and it's been a year and a half. He has shown his feelings for me in other ways and prefers to do this through gifts and actions. He takes me on little outings, and we often travel together. He has proudly introduced me to his family and close friends, and I don't suspect that there's another woman in his life. Whenever I need something, he's there for me. No questions asked. But I just want to hear him say it. The most that I've gotten from him is a love X on a card. We've talked about his reasons before, and his answer is usually, I care a lot about you, or you mean a lot to me. I have no doubts that he cares for me and is attracted to me as well, but it also hurts me that he withholds those 3 words from me. Should I continue to be patient and ride this wave for what it is? What would you do? Ooh. You know, surprisingly, my answer might actually surprise y'all, because my husband, I mean, you know, naturally we've been together for 10 years, so going into 11. But when I met my honey bun, he was not the most like lovey-dovey and different things of that sort. You know, he was a little bit more reserved. And I don't know. It took Anthony a while to be like, yeah, like, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, and it was like a point of contention because I'm like, I know you care about me. I know you know that I'm the bomb. I'm the ooh wee. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the peanut butter, the jelly. Like the ice, the cream. Like, like I knew that. I felt those things, and like similar to what this young lady was saying. You can feel the vibes, when you know that it's real, it's real. I recognize that even like in my own situation, that people come into situations with different baggage. They come from different experiences. They come from different upbringings, and all of these things shape how we show up in our relationships, right? So it's one of those things where it's like you may not want to like rock the boat if you necessarily don't have to, but we also have to remember that in relationships, as much as we love our significant other, we also have to love ourselves to know what it is that we genuinely need in order to move forward, right? So before I go any further, let me get into these comments. What y'all talking about? Lady Fluent said, yeah, be patient, girl, relax. Absolutely. Like, for me, if he was dogging her out, Lady Fluent, I would be like, you know what, girl? Okay, you already know your answer. Like, if you feel like it's another woman, or it's, it's another element that's keeping him from fully involving himself within that relationship with you, yeah, you kind of know what it is. But even when I was kind of going through it, like I said, the vibe was, you care about me. Like Anthony, I mean, anybody that knows our story, like, I met my husband the summer that my mother was transitioning. My mother had colorectal cancer. She was making her transition, and at the time it was kind of unbeknownst to me. I didn't know until like it was kind of the end. Or whatever the case is. And I mean, he showed up for me. He was right there for me, holding my hand, wiping my tears, being a listening ear, being everything that I wanted in somebody that was going to be my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going to be with me, and we ride or die, bad boys for life, like all of that type of stuff. And I'll never forget the night that, like, that he said it to me. It was so crazy, y'all. Like, I'm getting into my own tea, but it's cool. I don't mind sharing. We had actually gone with two of our best friends to the beach, and we stayed like all night. We watched the sunrise, all that type of stuff. But when we were out there that night, that was the night that, like, he said it to me, and it was like, it was like everything was there. It was like, I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, this feels super romantic. Like, I'm just like, I've never felt like this before. And he's never felt like this before. And then it was like, it happened. And I had always, I felt like that we loved each other, but I'm me. I wasn't going to say the shit first. I just want to be 100% honest with you. But I felt like that it was good. It was a good relationship. We were building something solid. It was a strong foundation, but it wasn't like I love you was the first thing that popped out. And sometimes we just have to be patient, and especially with men. Like, you don't want to force a man to do anything or make him feel like a certain type of pressure. You want your relationship to be very natural and to flow the way that it's supposed to, right? Like, I'm like, we're not chasing in 2022. We too old for that. Like, girl, what? Lady Fluent said, I think sometimes we as women try to rush things, but at the same time, you want to know that your time isn't being wasted. There's definitely a gray area. I agree. Communication. I talk about this a lot. The What Would You Do segment is one of my favorite segments because we really get to talk about situations that people are, really, really dealing with. And a lot of the times, communication is the one thing that could absolutely change the dynamic, of your relationship, of just having those conversations. What's hindering you? What puts that lump in your throat when you're getting ready to say, I love you? Like, you treat me like you love me, but when you don't have those conversations and you do keep things, as Lady Fluent said, within that gray area, it leaves a lot of room for you to get in your feelings about stuff that, like, you may not even really have to get in your feelings about, right? Because it's just like all of the signs are there. He's done all of the other things, but it's like, this is that one thing, right? And we always say all the time, actions speak louder than words. Well, women, sometimes we do want we want that verbal reassurance. We can know that you got it, but sometimes you got to say, like, yeah, I got you. You know, we know that you care, but it's like, it's okay for you to say, I care. But also, when you're in a relationship with somebody, it is very, very important for you to understand that everybody is not going to do, you know, walk the walk, talk the talk exactly like you. So it's about finding that common medium of, how do we do this? I can even say that after Anthony and I said I love you to each other, it didn't become like an everyday thing, you know, until like much later on. So there was still a lot of development that had to happen once we kind of went into that aspect of our relationship. And I'm pretty sure it sounds a little bit similar to maybe what's going on here. Let me read the next comment. Hey, Lynn, that's my cuz, y'all. She said, I will wait because maybe he hasn't experienced or have seen what showing affection is all about. I agree. And Lady Fluent, she said she agrees too. Lynn also said, I will hold on. Maybe he hasn't experienced or seen what love is all about. If hearing those 3 words is more important than the actions, maybe she needs to move on. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you know, or just really sometimes, like I said, with that communication, when we're having those conversations of, you know what, your actions or your inactions, it made me feel this, you know. Maybe he, you know, needs a better picture of maybe how it's kind of tearing you up a little bit. But if it were me in this situation, I'm having the conversation. I'm having the difficult conversations of, hey, you know, what's kind of going on that is making you kind of hold back, essentially, because I feel the love from you, you know, but I know that it's something that's stopping you from saying it to me, you know. Everybody don't be with the emotional mushy, all of that other stuff, and I don't personally think that it's a bad thing. I don't. But it's certainly something that, like I said, you know, men and women, we're different. Mars, Venus, all of that. We have different things. So he may feel like, you know what, I'm showing you everything. I'm being good to you. I'm being faithful. You done met my fam bam, my cuz, my friends, all of these people. We good, you know. But she, on the other hand, is just like, I just want to hear you say I love you. Have the conversation, have those difficult conversations and see what comes from it. But I would probably stick it out if it's a good thing. Like, why walk away from your good thing because of 3 words? I don't know. I mean, I am more of an action type of person. You got to show me. But if I'm feeling it, I may be able to make some exceptions, you know. I mean, I don't know. And I feel like that my ladies that are tuning in with me, that we're kind of all on the same page. Give it just a little bit more time before you decide to chuck the deuce. Ah. That is it for tonight. So what would you do? Okay. Y'all already know the vibes. Okay. Let's get into the next segment.
Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Okay, what's happening? What's up in the streets? Do y'all know? Okay, if you've been living under a rock, here, let me lift it up for you. Russia invaded Ukraine. You might be asking, MzMetchi, what the hell that's got to do with me? We're an ally to Ukraine, the United States of America, if that's where you stay. Okay, this is everybody's problem now. It's like one of those things, you know, you go out with one of your people and they going bop 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 somebody, and you just like, we finna get jumped. Yeah, that's essentially what's going on right now. And you know, I'm not laughing at the situation. It's just, for me, I feel like everything has been kind of like unfolding so rather quickly. And you know, to be a person in these times that we living in, having gone through this pandemic and all that other stuff, and now we got to worry about if it's gonna be a World War III. Baby, I don't know if you concerned, but I can tell you right now that I am concerned. I'm concerned. And then after the invasion, so of course the United States of America, they released 4 financial sanctions. They like, hey, we not gonna come with the hands, but we're going to hit you where it hurts. And everybody knows, where can you hit somebody where it hurts? Them pockets. Okay. Putin was basically just like that. They, you know, he don't care. Putin don't care. He essentially, his message that he released, he is saying that anybody could get it at this point. I'm concerned. I'm terrified. What are y'all thoughts? Okay, because I mean that's what's happening. What's up? First off, the stock rates is going crazy. Gas is back up damn near to $4 a gallon. It's getting serious out here. So if you feel like what's going on between Russia and Ukraine does not concern you, I need you to pull out your history books. I need you to time warp back into your social studies class and read up on it. Okay, this has been something that's been long brewing. Okay, and it's definitely something that we need to keep our eye on. So y'all know every week, I mean, I'm definitely going to be following this particular situation to give you all the updates as best as I can, but it's definitely something that we need to be alert about. Definitely stay in tune with this particular story as it's unfolding, okay? Along with that, speaking of the coronavirus, the CDC is set to ease mask guidelines this Friday, okay? So unless you're in an area that like it doesn't have a lot of you don't have a lot of hospitals and different things of that sort around, if you're not a high risk area, they are lifting a lot of those mandates come this Friday. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know how I feel about it. Hold on. My cousin just said one thing. She said Ukraine has a lot of resources that affect us globally. I'm concerned as well, because I am. And I will definitely, first off, thank you everybody for tuning in. I will definitely be keeping you all up to date, like I said, as much as I can. I'm not a political analyst, but there are certain issues and things that are going on around us that, like I said, if you are in media right now, you have a responsibility to report what's going on around us, okay? Because these are very pertinent things that affect both you and I, no matter where you are and what side of the spectrum, okay? Because just like how the US and all of our allies, we gang, you better believe Russia got their gang too, okay? So it's gonna get a little bit crazy. But back to the CDC stuff. They're lifting the mask mandates. It's gonna, I feel like things are gonna get a little bit crazy. I feel like they're gonna get a little bit crazy, but I'm hoping that everything will be okay. Speaking of the federal government agencies, the FDA has authorized a condom specifically designed for anal sex for the first time in history. I know you all like, girl, what does this have to do with anything? I thought it was just a bizarre piece of news that you could use, for anybody that's into that. The FDA, they are very stingy on some of the things that they authorize, okay? As far as with things. So I just thought that one was crazy. I'm like, why do you need one specifically? I have questions. Auntie Tracy said, won't be for me because I'm still wearing my mask. Oh, girl, I thought you was talking about the condoms. Oops. Shout out to my Auntie Tracy. Thank you for tuning in, girl. Yeah, so that's something that you would know. The last piece of the what's happening, what's up tonight, that a really interesting story that I thought was super dope. So you all know that Colin Kaepernick, former football player, he has launched an initiative to offer free secondary autopsies to police-related deaths. Okay, I repeat that again. Colin Kaepernick has launched an initiative to offer free secondary autopsies for police-related deaths. Okay. We've seen so many things and so many situations within the media where people are passing, of course, at the hands of the police. A lot of the times we complain about seeing so many different things and, stories that are out there. But the reality of it is that if we didn't have things like Facebook and YouTube and all of these other different platforms, we wouldn't be able to see the things that have been going on behind the scenes for years. Okay. The fact that it's just like he does so much for the community and so much to give back, like those autopsies and things of that sort, autopsies have helped to close like cases out. They're able to paint a clear picture of what happened to someone, what was the reason. So the fact that he has an initiative to give those secondary autopsies, because I tell you what, there was the story, the name is escaping me now, but the young boy that was found rolled up in the gym mat at his school. And then after they did the autopsy, they're like, yeah, nobody's at fault, and they just, and that's literally how they played it. Initiatives like what he is launching will be able to have a separate autopsy done to determine what is the true cause of death. But this one is strictly related to the like police deaths, but those are just as important as any of the other ones that we hear about in the public. So I thought that was really dope. And of course, I had to share it with y'all. It ain't no way that I'm going to get the information and not share it to y'all. So it's one of those things that you hope you don't have to get in tune with that initiative, but it is there and it's available should you need it. Okay. So that's what's happening and what's up in the street. So y'all already know what time of the night it is.
Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Okay, so I told y'all for tonight's topic that we're going there. Double standards and family expansion. Okay, you may be wondering, where did this topic come from? It didn't just fall from the sky. If you are on social media, I'm sure that you saw the fact that our beloved Keke Wyatt, she is about to give birth to her 11th child. Okay. Similar to the last few weeks, we were talking about how Nick Cannon, he has all of these children that he is creating in the world and everything. And I had to note from my perspective that there was a vast difference in receiving the news of Nick Cannon having yet another child versus Keke Wyatt, who was having her 11th child. They dragged Miss Keke Wyatt. They were dragging her. And I'm just like, she don't ask for handouts. She don't do anything. She literally takes care of all of her babies. I'm trying to figure out what's the issue and what's the difference between her expanding her family versus Nick Cannon, the male. Okay. I guess I just didn't really understand what was going on and what was the big deal. Auntie Tracy said, what? With 4 T's. Yes, she is on her 11th child. Okay. Now this is the thing. Back in the day, y'all, our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents and all the other stuff, they was having 10 to 15 kids and stuff like that. That was not a problem. Like us only having 1 or 3 kids or 1 or 5 kids or whatever the case is, that's something that's probably a little bit new. Like our older people are probably looking at us like, y'all ain't having enough babies, right? But why did Keke Wyatt get dragged for having, for being on her 11th pregnancy? She's been married. Granted, she's been married, a couple times, which is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with getting remarried. She's not, a baby mama or anything like that. Like, these are her babies. Why is she getting thrown under the bus and getting so much backlash? But then you have Nick Cannon that, he also has all these children from multiple women, right? The double standard, it always, of course, it falls on the women. I'm not saying all the time, but it seems that majority of the time that that's the case. So I really want to hear, whether if you're tuning in with me live tonight or if you're tuning in with me on all of the podcasting platforms, really share your perspective of why is there a double standard when it comes to that? Like, why do we judge women more harshly for the amount of kids that they have versus men? And a lot of the times you see, again, not all the time, but most of the time, if a woman has multiple kids, all of them kids is with her for the most part, unless she's not, maybe the best fit for the situation. But the kids be with the mama. But I'm like, the daddies, they'll be like, yeah, I got 8 baby mamas or whatever the case is. And they gallivanting in the streets doing whatever they want to do. It's not always the case because there are phenomenal fathers too. There are phenomenal single fathers that, they might have 5 kids and they taking care of all their 5 kids. We've seen it. I know y'all watch Daddy's Little Girls. Who hasn't? Who hasn't watched that movie? If you haven't, shame on you. You got to get with the times. See Idris Elba in his prime, baby. See him in his prime. But it generally, when I saw how they were dragging Keke Wyatt, it definitely brought me to a place of why. Why is this happening? My auntie Tracy said Nick having doubles. Girl, he like, let me get a McDouble, baby. A McDouble, baby. There's definitely a double standard, and I feel like we have to stop that. And also, who are you? Who are any of us to be trying to make a determination on how many children somebody should or should not have? That's none of your business what people decide to do as far as within their reproductive life and giving life to another human being. It has nothing to do with you, especially if you are not directly financing or helping these families out at all. And please don't bring up the whole welfare thing. These are celebrities. They are taking care of their damn kids. We're not talking about your regular people that y'all always try to talk trash about. But even then, why does it matter to you? Okay, let's get in tune with that. My cousin, she has a comment here. She said, we come from a big family. My grandparents had 14 children and my grandfather was one of 14. If they can take care of their children and provide for them, have as many as you want. We don't have the right to judge how many children someone has. Bing bong. That's it. Who are we to say what is the amount of children that someone should or should not have? That's none of any of our business. And it's absolutely inappropriate to make those comments and to try to judge someone else because of what they choose to do with their life. If you're not giving birth to them or feeding them or doing anything to nurture or raise them, if you're not trying to be a part of the village, go sit down. That's my thoughts on it. Personally, we have to stop doing that. And like I said, this is not anything that's new, right? This is not something that's new as far as having these children. It might be new for the societal times, but everybody, for the most part, somebody that comes from a big line of family, right? I had a guest on MzMetchi One-on-One, my other podcast, Paul Hunter, and he was one of 19 children. Okay, one of the only ones out of his family to go to college and get a degree, become a best-selling author, all of these different things. Like, he literally bootstrapped his way up as far as with his business and everything that he had going on. So, we're not coming from things that we haven't heard of as far as people having, children within the double digits, right? Mind your business. Mind your business. That's all I got to say on that. Okay. My Auntie Tracy said truth. I absolutely believe it. So I got a good quote of the night in line with tonight's topic. Okay. So you already know what time it is.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Tonight's quote. Okay. So look, this one it hit home and I felt like that it went in perfect alignment with tonight's topic. Stop worrying. Oh, hold on. Let me take a little sip. My throat's trying to get a little tickly. Stop worrying about other people understanding you. Get in touch with yourself instead. Focus on what makes you happy, what makes your soul feel at peace. You are your biggest commitment. So start loving your flaws, your awkwardness, your weirdness, your intensity, your vulnerability, your everything. Life becomes so much more fulfilling when you are simply yourself. The world keeps spinning whether people understand you or not. So why not make the next trip around the sun about you? That one spoke to me, not even just with the topic, but just in general. Like, I'm like, wait, that's the one. Okay. The world keeps spinning whether people understand you or not. So why not make the next trip around the sun about you? Okay. So for those that are, they want to have 15 kids, or they just want to have one, or they don't want to have any children or whatever. We have to stop putting our judgments and our thoughts and our different things on other people and learn to keep our unasked opinions to ourselves, right? And let people be and manifest who they want to be and grow the families that they want to grow and do the things that they want to do. Everything ain't about everybody, right? So I definitely wanted to share that quote with you all. My auntie, she crazy. She said that's her kitty. She can do what she want with it. Exactly. You can do whatever you want with it. It's people selling their kitties. Whatever you want to do, baby, that's on you. She said, can you send that to me? Amen. You know I can. And in that order, you already know. Yes, that quote, like I said, it spoke to me, and I hope that it spoke to you. First off, I want to thank everybody that tuned in with me tonight. I want to definitely thank my special guest, Jeff Baylock, the lyrical assassin. Okay. Make sure that you all go and stream his song, Watch Out For Me, on all platforms. Also, make sure you're following him and Music Evolved Productions and Records. Okay. Make sure that you go and get in tune with them. They are a dope group of people, and they are definitely pushing their artists. So y'all make sure y'all go and see what else they have going on and coming up. Catch Jeff Baylock. He's going to be on tour. The Lyrical Assassin. He's going to be out there. And he's got some pretty funny skits and stuff on his social media too. So make sure you all go and get in tune with that. And of course, I got to shout out my girl, Siobhan Scott, aka Exquisite Vani from Exquisite Soulz. Okay. She's having her St. Patrick's Day pop-up bash that's happening on March 13th in Riverdale, Illinois. So make sure that you all go and do that. Lavish looks, I will be vending, so I have my sunglasses and all of my accessories on hand available for purchase. Okay, so make sure you all do that. Before I leave, you know I can close it out without thanking my amazing sponsors. Tax Strategy for all of your financial and tax needs. Fiya Infusion in case you like a little sticky to the icky. And of course, Black Dollar Days, okay? The next Black Dollar Days is happening next month. So make sure you visit theblackdollardays.com for more information and to register your business. I love y'all, and I'll be back next week. I got my girl Cam Bam joining me, okay? She's going to let you all know how she's going to have you feeling real good, okay? So make sure that you all tune in with me next Thursday. Get it locked in at 6:30 p.m. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.